Hey everybody, this is KAMO on KAMO World. I'm here with JC. We're going to show you how to use the Residence plugin, also known as Res. So make sure you take some notes. I'm going to go quick. Pause the video if you need to. First thing is, Residence protects your land. It's really important to do that when you're in survival, and it's also nice to have areas for other people to play along with. The first thing you want to do is stand in the middle of your area that you want to protect. I selected this spot here just to show you. The yellow wall shows you the area that we're going to select. So, first thing you need to do is stand in the middle and type res select 20, 20. That's the maximum for right now. It does a 20 by 20 square around you. The next thing you want to do is type res select vert. That's going to select up and down, completely vertical. The next thing after that is res create and then name it. So what I'm going to do, I need to do res admin because I'm maxed out, but res create, and then let's name this video. And then awesome, you see that successfully created video, and we are good to go. So now just to show you, I'm going to fly up here. This boundary is the last spot in the res. I'm out, now I'm in. So you go around, and the 20, 20 selected this whole area. Pretty cool. Now what you can do, the first thing I recommend is type res info, and it shows you all of the things, who's the owner, what the flags are, and anyone added to the res. I'm going to add, right now JC can't break anything. He can try. So, but he can't open the chests, he can't use the crafting tables, can't even sleep in my bed. So, as far as I know. So anyway, first thing I'm going to do is add JC to the entire residence. This means he can do anything he wants. The first thing I'm going to do though, before I do that, completely trusted, I'm going to give him the ability just to open chests. I'm going to type res pset name jcrafting1, and I'm going to do container t. So all those flags you saw up there, there we go. So now if you do res info, you can see other flags. JC just has containers with a plus, which means true. I can do the same thing and do container false, and now he can't open it again. Yep. So I'm going to go back to T. Now you can set that for many different things. I can allow him to craft. I can allow him to build. So let me do build T. Now he can place blocks outside. Ta-da, now he can break it too. Now if I do build false, that's going to be gone. He's not going to be able to build anymore or break anymore, which is pretty cool. The next thing, now if you completely trust someone, you know who they are, you want to set res pset, their name, and then trusted, which gives them all common flags, and then T. Now all of a sudden if you do res info, you'll see JC has all these flags: container, bucket, TP, use, build, move. That means he can do all those things in my residence, which is just fine. Let's say, now those are some basic flags and player commands. If you see the other things, if you want to enable, right now PvP is disabled. If JC tried to hit me and I was in the right game mode, it'll tell him no PvP, which is just fine. But if you want to do res, if it's not a player flag and it's just a regular flag, you do res set PvP 2, and now PvP is turned on, which is cool. To really quick, set it to false. There you go. So those flags here at the top are non-player flags. Firespread, container, TNT, pistons, all that fun stuff use. So basically right now, anyone coming to my res cannot use something. If I want everyone to use it, I'll set that flag. Flow is important too, like Waterflow is turned off right now. Let me show you what I mean. If JC tries to put down the water bucket, even though he's on the res, it's not going to flow anywhere. It's not going to go anywhere. But same with the lava. If I put lava down, that's not going to flow anywhere either. But if I do this and do res, let's see, res set flow T. Now if you put the water bucket down, it's going to flow. There it goes. And then pick it back up. Sweet. Same with lava. Lava should flow. Awesome. Okay, you can also set individuals. Let's do flow false. Let's say I only want water flow. I can do water flow T. And now only water will flow, lava will not. Okay, so I'm moving pretty quickly. I'm going to remove JC off the res, but I'm going to do it a little differently. Right now, if you do res info, you can see he has all those flags there. I'm going to do res pset, which means player, J crafting 1, trusted remove. There's two different things. You can do trusted false, and if you do res info, he has negatives now next to the flags. But if I want to completely remove him off of the res, even on the flags, I can do trusted remove, and he's not even there. He doesn't even exist, which is not very fun. But let's say I don't want to give him access to everything. I only want to give him access to this orange room over here. Now we're going to get into subzones and subreses. The ability, let's say you build an awesome beautiful house and you want to give it to somebody inside your res, but you don't want them to go through your chests in your house. You need to get a wooden hoe, get into the area that you want to give them, and select the highest point and the lowest point, and type res subzone and then name it. So I'm going to name this JC. Residence created JC. Now what it's done is it's created another residence inside my residence. So I haven't given him permission yet. So outside I can do res info, and it's the regular res, and I can go into his area, type res info, and you see it's right here. It says welcome to video.jc. So I'm going to give him permission. Res pset J crafting 1 trusted T. Now he can do whatever he wants in this res. He can build, he can destroy, he can do any. Inside there is completely trusted, and only inside there. If he tries to break the grass out here, he can't. So other than that, I've given him access inside there. He's building, it looks wonderful. Notice how when I selected the points, I didn't select the walls. So if you're building a house and you want to give someone just a room, make sure you select it the way I did and don't give them access to the walls, because then they could break the walls. Now, a situation where you may want to select outside the walls is like a grinder, for instance. Let's select the top point out here. I'm going to select the very, very top outside this box, and then I'm going to select the very bottom. So I'm going to do, I selected the 2 points, and I'm going to again type res subzone grinder. And there we go. Now that's created. I'm very quickly going to type res set monsters false. I'm going to turn off monsters spawning inside of this subzone. And let's see, zombie spawner. Alright, so I just put a zombie spawner in here, but if you type res info, you'll see monsters are turned off. So right now nothing would spawn and be completely, and then it's hostile mobs. They will not spawn at all in this area, which is great, but if I want them to, I'll do res set monsters true. And eventually when it's dark out, they will begin to spawn. They should begin to spawn. Anyway, so again, res set monsters T, that's inside of this subzone. If I go outside, I can leave the grinder and do monsters false. So again, everything outside of that grinder is not spawning monsters, while inside it is. So pretty cool. I'm going to turn monsters off. Back to day. Some other important flags to know. Let's say you want to never lose hearts inside your res, or regenerate your hearts. You can do res set healing T. Now if you get hurt, it will slowly heal you over time. Pretty cool. A whole bunch of other flags that are configurable. I'll put that in the description. But just another example here, let's say I want to make a subzone or a subres of just this house. Select the lowest point on one corner, highest point on the other. Don't forget the chimney there. I'm going to name this res subzone house. And now we have a house, again a res inside a res. inside this house, I'm only going to give JC access to the crafting table. So I'm going to do res pset j crafting 1 crafting t. Oops. Craft T, I believe. There we go. So the 3 flags that it just set, as you can see, res info. We've got brewing, an enchanting table, and a regular crafting table. He has abilities to access those, but still cannot access the chest. I can. There we go. Awesome. So lots of different things there. Again, I'll post in the description all the details and different things. Just all the flags you can set, but this is a good way to protect your land as well as invite others to your property without having to sacrifice your own chests and stuff like that. Thanks. If you have any questions, post in the comments. See ya.